Imagine walking through the streets of Paris early in the morning. The sun is just rising, and the air is filled with the irresistible aroma of freshly baked bread. You see people coming out of boulangeries bakeries, holding long, golden baguettes under their arms. For the French, the baguette is not just bread, it's a tradition, a ritual, and a way of life. But have you ever wondered what makes it so special? How did this simple bread become a cultural icon, protected by law and recognized by UNESCO? Today, we'll uncover the history, secrets, and traditions behind the French baguette. A mysterious origin. Where did the baguette come from? The exact origins of the baguette are uncertain, and there are many legends about its creation. Here are 3 of the most famous theories. 1. Napoleon's soldiers and the bread of war. One theory suggests that the baguette was invented during the time of Napoleon Bonaparte. His army needed bread that was easy to transport and could be carried in soldiers. Long uniform pockets instead of bulky round loaves. This is why some believe the baguette's shape was designed for convenience in battle. 2. The Austrian connection. Another theory suggests that the baguette wasn't originally French at all. Some historians believe it was inspired by Austrian bread, introduced to France in the 19th century. Austrian baker August Sang opened a bakery in Paris in 1839, bringing with him the technique of using steam ovens, which gave bread a crispy crust and soft interior. This method became popular and influenced the French way of baking. 3. A solution to a baking problem. One of the most accepted theories is that the baguette became popular because of a new labor law in France. In 1920, a law was passed that banned bakers from starting work before 4 a.m. Traditional round loaves took too long to prepare, so bakers needed a faster solution. The long, thin baguette baked much more quickly, and soon it became the most popular bread in France. Whatever its true origins, by the 20th century, the baguette had become a symbol of France. What makes a baguette special? Not all bread is created equal. The French baguette has strict rules that set it apart from other breads around the world. The pain, France's bread law. In 1993, the French government passed a law called the Pain Bread Decree to protect the authenticity of the baguette. This law states that a traditional baguette must contain only 4 ingredients: flour, water, salt, and yeast. No preservatives or additives are allowed. Be baked fresh every day. It cannot be frozen or industrially processed. Have a crispy golden crust and a soft, airy interior. Be made by hand in an artisanal bakery. If a bakery doesn't follow these rules, it cannot call its bread a traditional French baguette. The baguette in French daily life. In France, buying a baguette is a daily ritual. More than 10 billion baguettes are eaten in France every year. A baguette for every meal. Breakfast, a slice of baguette with butter and jam, dipped into coffee. Lunch, a baguette sandwich with ham, cheese, or pita. Dinner, served with cheese, soup, or used to clean the last bits of sauce from the plate. The best baguette in France. Every year, Paris holds a famous competition, Le Grand Prix de la Baguette, the grand prize of the baguette. The best baguette baker in the city wins the honor of supplying bread to the French president at the palace for an entire year. Baguette superstitions and traditions. Never place a baguette upside down on the table. According to an old belief, it brings bad luck. This comes from medieval times, when executioners were given free bread, which bakers placed upside down to mark them. Breaking a baguette by hand instead of cutting it with a knife is considered more traditional. The baguette's UNESCO recognition. In 2022, the French baguette was added to UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage list. This means that the baguette is recognized as a valuable cultural tradition that must be preserved. French President Emmanuel Macron even called the baguette 250 grams of magic and perfection. Why do people love French baguettes so much? So, why is the French baguette so beloved? 1. Freshness. Unlike supermarket bread, a baguette is made fresh every single day. 2. Perfect pairing. It goes with everything: cheese, soup, butter, jam, and more. 3. Tradition. The techniques used to bake baguettes have been passed down for generations. For social connection, buying a baguette is a daily ritual that connects people. Summary and final thoughts. The French baguette is more than just bread. It's a symbol of tradition, culture, and French identity. Its strict rules, rich history, and daily importance make it one of the most beloved foods in the world. Next time you hear the sound of a fresh baguette cracking, remember, you're experiencing a piece of history. Have you ever tried a real French baguette? What's your favorite way to eat it? Tell us in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share if you love learning about food and culture.